What's up, everybody? Welcome to Team Fish Nichols YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, and for Thursday we are going to start doing a segment called Expanded Thursday. Basically, for those of you that don't know, expanded format is for day 2 regionals. Once you have the battle of day 1 and you make it to top 32 or top 8 depending on the size of the tournament, you go into day 2, and day 2 is basically where you're allowed to play black and white owned cards instead of just the normal format. So that introduces a lot of new cards to play, and it kind of changes some decks. Some decks will stay the same, but today we're going to take a look at Yveltal. I think Yveltal is always a great deck. Especially, it gains a lot of new stuff, or it gets a lot of stuff back from expanded format, which I like a lot. So let's go over the deck. I'll go over everything in the deck just in case somebody doesn't know what any of these cards do. We'll see what they all do together. So first up is Darkrai. For those that don't know, Darkrai has an ability called Dark Cloak, and any Pokemon that has dark energy attached to it has no retreat cost. So it's very nice. Basically, you can retreat all your Pokemon for free if they have a dark energy to it. And Night Spear does 90 damage and 30 to one of your bench Pokemon. So this attack used to be this guy. He used to be the main attacker for a very long time, but things have kind of shifted. You still need him in the deck for the Dark Cloak, and sometimes you do use Night Spear, but he's not so big nowadays. And so here we're going to move on to the first kind of expanded card, Pokemon Sableye. For those who don't know, Sableye was one of the most important cards in Darkrai for a very long time. And it's not because of Confuse Ray, but Confuse Ray does 10 damage if you flip a coin. Your defending Pokemon is confused. It's a good way to donk Pokemon with this deck. I've seen multiple people do it. But the main thing in this deck is Junk Hunt. So Junk Hunt, you're allowed to put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. Now this is really good. Usually you want to start Sableye early. Well, you used to want to start Sableye early. Now I think you kind of want to start it like later in the game. If you need certain item cards back into your hand or into your deck, you can use this guy to fish them out. And we're going to play 2 of this guy. We're playing 2 of Darkrai. Spiritomb, kind of, for those who don't know, kind of your Virizion Genesect kind of counter. It makes it where each player can't play Ace-Specs from his or her hand. The big thing with Virizion Genesect is they have G-Booster, and that is kind of it kind of kills this deck, just being able to do 200 damage. The deck already kind of has a good matchup against Virizion Genesect, but with Spiritomb it helps out even more. And just in case, if you need to use Hex Mirror, you shuffle your hand into your deck and draw as many cards your opponent has in their hand. So it's kind of nice attack early too if you need to. And now we have one Yveltal. I still like playing one Yveltal in this deck just in case if you need to. Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing does 30 damage and attaches dark energy from your discard pile into one of your bench Pokemon. I might bump this up to 2. Currently it's just 1. I'm still fairly new to the Yveltal expanded. I'm still testing stuff. And Darkness Blade does 100 damage, and you flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. And here comes the big bad Yveltal. This is the main guy in the deck nowadays. For those who know, Yveltal EX, for its first attack for darker colors, it does 20 plus 20 for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So if there's 2 on Yveltal, 1 of the other Pokemon, that's 4 in total, so it does 80. So that's, you just load up energies on Yveltal and you start Evoballing. People also use the second attack, White Cyclone. You do 90 damage and you move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So it could either be like a DC or a Dark, up to you, but you have to do at least 1 if there's a bench Pokemon. Next up, here's a little tech card, Jirachi. I like Jirachi a lot in this deck. For those who don't know, you're never going to use Hypno Strike, but the ability is where it comes in. That's what the one you're using it because of the ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. So it kind of helps you for if you like have an Ultra Ball, but you don't have like a support in your hand, you can use Jirachi to fish them out. Next up is Keldeo. So, I mean, you can always Secret Sword does 50 plus 20 for each water energy attached. This deck doesn't play water energy, but you can attack with Secret Sword. There's ways to attack Secret Sword if needed. But the thing with this deck is Russian. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So for some reason, if your active Pokemon is asleep or anything, you could Russian with Keldeo, attack a dark energy, attach a dark energy, and then retreat So instead of staying asleep, you're allowed, or even poison, you can get out of it, switch back into your attacker and tackle the Yveltal or Darkrai or whoever you want to attack with. So now it's the next expanded card. It's really good. Brings back a lot of memories, even though it's only been a year. Not even a year. It's been 6 months. But Dark Patch. So Dark Patch lets you attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Now this obviously is an attack from Yveltal, but this one is a built-in trainer, so it's fairly nice. You can Ultra Ball some Darks away, put them in the discard, and you get Dark Patch onto an Yveltal. That's how you start powering up an Yveltal really fast. That is the point of the game. You're trying to kind of build an Yveltal really fast and just do a lot of damage really quick. Next up, Death Machine. For those who don't know, Death Machine, you discard 2 cards from your hand and put a training card from your discard pile into your hand. Really good because you can get all these trainers back. You can get Dark Patch, you can get Laser, Energy Switch, anything you want in the discard pile. Next up is Energy Switch. Like I said earlier, the deck is all about trying to get a big Yveltal. So turn 2, you can Energy Switch your active energy onto an Yveltal and start swinging turn 2 if you didn't attach the energy or anything. But for those who don't know, Energy Switch, you move a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another Pokemon. So next up is Hypnotoxic Laser. If you haven't seen this before, Hypnotoxic Laser, you flip a coin. If heads, the opponent is asleep and poisoned, but if tails, they're just poisoned. So very nice. This kind of adds more damage up with Yveltal. For those who know, poison does 10 damage, but with the stadium right here, Verbank, it does do plus 20 more. We'll get to that in a second. Next up, Ultra Ball. You've heard me talk about this a lot. But Ultra Ball, you discard 2 cards from your hand, and you search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it in your hand. So basically, if you're Ultra Ball, you can discard some Dark, maybe like a supporter you don't need, and then you can use Dark Patch to start powering up like an Yveltal, Darkrai, maybe a baby Yveltal, whatever you want to do in this deck. Next up is Verse Seeker. Now, it might seem weird that I play 4, but I think 4 Verse Seeker is coming kind of as a staple in a lot of decks, especially Jirachi. If you Ultra Ball early, like you don't have a support or anything, you can Ultra Ball early for Jirachi, fish out like a Juniper in, and you can use that. So for those who know Verse Seeker, you put a supporter card from your hand into your discard pile. Now this is really nice because you can basically grab any of these supporters when you need to. You can grab Lysander, you can grab Junipers. Basically you play like 8 Junipers in here. You can play like 6 or 7 Lysanders if you need to. I might switch these counts up later, but right now I think this is working out pretty nice. There might be some things I'm missing in this deck, maybe like a switch or escape rope, but this is also my first time trying this deck out, so we'll see if I switch things up later in the future. The first supported card is Colress. You shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the number of bench Pokemon to play, both yours and your opponent's. So if your opponent has 3 bench Pokemon and I have 2, I can draw 5 total with this card. Next up, Lysander. I play 3 of these. The seems kind of heavy, but Lysander is so good now, especially with Verse Seeker. So basically, you just bring up a bench Pokemon from your opponent's bench Pokemon, switch it with their active Pokemon. So basically, you can bring up any Pokemon you want to and knock them out or start doing damage. So I think Lysander is really good. Next up, of course, 4N, always a staple. Each player shuffle his or her hand into the deck and draw as many prize cards as each one has, you draw a card for each prize card remaining. Sorry about that. So if you have 6 prize cards remaining, your opponent has 4, they'll draw 4 and you have 6. You can draw 6. So it's very nice. Next up's probably one of the best supporters in the game right now, Professor Juniper. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Fairly simple. Once again, you can combo this with Dark Energies, discard some Dark Energies, Dark Patch them back onto you. So next up, Verbank. I play 3 of these just because the Stadium Morphs are kind of big nowadays. So for those who don't know, like I said earlier, Verbank, you put 2 damage counters on a poison Pokemon. So instead of 1, you're putting 3 on there. So it's very nice. And if they stay poisoned, then the active spot comes back and it does 30 more. So 60 total. It's very nice. Muscle Band, like I said, you just want to kind of do the name of the game is doing damage really quick, really fast. This attack of the Pokemon this card is attached to does 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So this attached to an Yveltal does plus 20 more damage. Then you got Laser, that's plus 50. So just with these two combined, you're doing plus 50 if all three of these cards are without even energies. Well, I mean with energies obviously, but this is like plus 50 right here. Very, very nice. Of course, 4 DCE basically provides 2 energy instead of 1, and then 8 dark energy. Like I said, this deck probably needs to be worked on a little bit, but we're gonna stick with it right now. We're gonna play a game or two with it, see what it's like. Sure, save. I didn't mean to save it. We already have it saved. So let's go to versus. Let's see. I even like it because there's an expanded option on here right now. So we're going to expand it. Yveltal expanded is already picked. So here we go. Play now. Hopefully we get good games in. Maybe we'll have a good one game. That'll be it. But not make any mistakes. Don't criticize me. Because I'm still trying to learn Yveltal even though I've played it before. So I'm probably missing some attackers too. Absol might be good in here. Bouffalant might still be good in here. I know some people like Seismitoad, but I never like. I don't like Seismitoad that much. I don't know. I never liked it. I don't know why. Just 30 damage for a DC doesn't seem like a lot. But I mean, with Seismitoad, if you have a Muscle Band, Burbank Laser, it does 80 total, and the opponent can play item cards. But anyways, on to your games. My opponent is playing Fighting, Psychic, and Colorless. Wonder what kind of deck this is. Alright, so I imagine my opponent goes first. He wins the coin flips. Alright. Ooh, this hand is not good on my side. We're going to start with Yveltal EX. Why not? Especially if he is playing a fighting deck. Yveltal EX is resistant to fighting. Oh, I go first instead. Alright, like I said, this hand is pretty bad. Alright, we're going to Lysander this Mewtwo. Force him to have a DC to attack. We'll drop a Muscle Band just in case we could bait him playing a Megaphone and or Tool Scrapper early. We can always douse the machine for back. But that's not a very good hand right now currently. In case my opponent computer searches, discarding a fighting and a DC. That's kind of strange. Maybe he doesn't have a supporter and has other energies in his hand. Escape Rope. Ooh, very nice. So now this Hammerhead is going to do 60 and 30 to Yveltal. Okay. Oh, that is not a... Oh, this Juniper is going to hurt. We're going to drop a Verbank. Why not? And we'll just Juniper hand away. This hand is not good. Let's see here. I want to get this Darkrai out of the active spot, so we're going to retreat. We're going to keep the energy switch in hand, just in case he Lysanders me up again or something. So on my opponent's turn, I have to sadly pass. Oh, we see a Laser, Tails. So I'm not asleep. Oh, and here is an N. Okay. What card is this? Trubbish. Okay. So into my turn. So I'm going to energy switch this up to here. Oop. We're going to play Laser. Hopefully we'll hit heads, tails. Okay. And then we'll just play in. Hopefully hit heads. Okay, that kind of works. And here we're just Evil Ball for 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Bring it to 130 with the poison. This Lander stays active. It will die next turn from an Evil Ball from my side. But here we have a Verse Seeker. I can Verse Seeker for N. I don't have to Juniper this Dark Patches away. Oh, we see a switch from my opponent. That's not good. He is just an X-Ball me for 20, 40, 60, 80. And this Yveltal will be knocked out. But if I can draw into an Yveltal right here, that would be really nice because I could double Dark Patch. I'll have to wait to see what we get. Okay, my opponent colors this for 5. Next turn I can Junk Hunt if I can get a Dark Energy too, so that'd be kind of nice also. We're going to send a Sableye. And a Laser. Alright, let's see if we can keep this Mewtwo asleep and we hit it heads. So like I said, we're going to Verse Seeker for this in. No need to play that Juniper, we need to keep those dark energies if we can. We'll attach a Dark there. And here we'll just Junk Hunt. Like I said, Junk Hunt, let's search discard power for 2 item cards. Alright. So I know for sure I want a Dark Patch because there's already 2 in the discard. I think we're just going to double Dark Patch and hopefully draw into an Yveltal or something. Now opponent sadly does wake up. Now all he needs is a laser energy to knock out the Sableye, which is not very good. My opponent evolves on Garbodor, and if he gets down online, which he does, Rescue Scarf. If this Pokemon is knocked out, it goes back into your hand. So, oh, my opponent attached another DC. So his Mewtwo is doing 80 damage right now, so we'll knock out the Sableye. It does 100 total with my Dark Energy. But if I can draw into a Yveltal right now, it'd be really good. Hopefully I can do that. Floatstone going to the Mewtwo, and we just see an X-Ball for 100. Alright, not looking good right now. So let's see, how many lasers are we down? 2. We'll keep the laser in our hand. So we're just going to end my opponent and see what we get. Let's see, double Dark Patch. No, I don't need to do that because the lasers can just kill me. So I need to draw good off this. Oh, that's not good. Let's think here. Attach a Dark Energy here, Dark Patch here. I guess that works. We'll Dark Patch this Yveltal. At least do 60. We're getting 50 damage left. So yeah, we'll do that. And then force my opponent to have a laser to knock out this Yveltal. So yeah, that seems like a good play. And we'll just attach this Dark Energy to this Sableye. And the next time we can Life Center this Mewtwo and knock it out. No, I can't because I don't have a Muscle Band attached. Silly me. My opponent plays Thundurus EX. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, I thought it said Thundurus. Okay, Tornadus. So it's kind of a good classic, big basics kind of deck. Oh, Pokemon Connect Catcher. For those who know Pokemon Catcher, flip a coin of heads, drag up a Pokemon from the bench to the active spot. So I wonder what my opponent's going to do. So here we see a laser. Now this will knock out Mewtwo if he sends it up, but I think he's gonna. I'm not sure he's gonna send up. So he's just gonna attack with the Mewtwo. It's kind of interesting. So now the Mewtwo will die, going back into my turn. But my opponent's so far ahead on prizes that might not matter. We'll see. We'll end him. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well. I was hoping for an Yveltal EX or something. We have one. Maybe there's multiple in the discard, and I just don't know. But here we'll just power up start powering up Darkrai, and we will Junk Hunt. We'll get that and a laser. Well, actually, we'll get a Verse Seeker. So if he can't knock out, if somehow he does, man, so many decisions. So we still have okay, we're gonna get Verse Seeker for an end for next turn, and an Energy Switch. I think seems good to me. Alright, draw 2 prize. Not an Yveltal like I want it to be. Here my opponent sends up Landorus. Right now this Landorus can knock out. Oh, here Catcher Flip Tails. Alright, nice. So that means Darkrai does live for one more turn. That Landorus does do 60. Currently doesn't knock out either one of these Darkrai's. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see what my opponent wants to do. Alright, so we just see a 30. We see a 30 here. Trying to set up a knock on this Darkrai. Here I want to play laser, tails. We're going to attach this here. We're going to be risky. I'm going to try to take a 4 prize. And, oh my goodness. That was bad. Oh goodness. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'm silly. I forgot that Garbodor was in play, so I couldn't retrieve for free. Oh man, now I'm not even able to attack. Alright, let's see here. We've only played. Okay, so we're just going to go with this Juniper and hope we hit like a Dark Patch Energy Switch. Oh, we missed it. That's not good. Well, I messed up there. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Hopefully he won't be able to knock me out this turn. Fingers crossed. So Giant Cape goes into the Tornadus. Giant Cape gives Pokemon plus 20 HP. Here we see a catcher, heads, so now he's just going to bring up this Darkrai and knock it out. So now I had a very good game. Kind of misplayed on that Sableye turn. I mean, I don't know how much it would have changed. There's still no way I could attack it and draw to a Dark Patch. So we'll play another game. Like I said, I'm fairly new to this deck. I might have made a couple mistakes there. Obviously I made a mistake there at the end. But here we'll try one more game. I've never been a big fan of Yveltal. Last format I always played Virizion Genesect, but maybe next week I'll play an expanded Virizion Genesect deck. Maybe if I was playing Seismitoad too, I could have done more damage to those Landers with Seismitoad, just because Landers is weak to water. But let's see what happens. This is probably my last game. My opponent's avatar looks like Snoop Lion. So I go first. Start with Darkrai. That's not very good. Hopefully we can get some Yveltal EXs going this game. So we're gonna play a laser, flip heads on my opponent, and we're just gonna end turn. I'm just gonna leave this Darkrai active. The Sableye does stay asleep. So if my opponent doesn't drop any Pokemon down and this Furbank does stay in play, it can do 30 coming my turn and 30 back to him. So the Sableye will get knocked out if that happens. Alright, so my opponent plays another Sigilyph. This might be hard. Luckily we do have Sableye, so I can junk hunt for lasers, which is kinda good in this matchup. So my opponent plays his own laser. That's very nice. And he flips heads also. Okay, let's see what he does here. Pokemon Fan Club. Guess it's time to see what else he plays in this deck. For those who don't know, Fan Club lets you search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them in your hand. So I saw Psychic and Colorless. I wonder what the colorless Pokemon is. Maybe Tornadus CX. So Toxicroak and Toxicroak. Okay, that's neither one of those cards. So we both. Oh, he wakes up and I stay asleep. Okay. We're just going to Juniper. This hand is not very good. Man, I keep drawing to bad hands. Okay. We're going to Juniper. Do I have a Lysander discard already? I do. We're going to discard these 2 cards. A Dark Energy and Juniper. And okay. I can get an Yveltal. Then we're going to get Yveltal EX. I think it's the best option here. And we'll just end. So the Sigilyph does get knocked out. That's pretty good. Oh, I keep drawing DCs really early. That's not good with the only Juniper in my hand. So my opponent set up Sigilyph. For those who don't know, I didn't know how to go over this, but Sigilyph has the ability Safeguard, which prevents all effects of attacks, including damage to this Pokemon by EX. And here you just use Psychic, which does 50 plus 10 for each damage counter, or each energy attached to defend the Pokemon. So, but here we're just going to retreat to Sableye. We're going to put a DC on this Yveltal. And even though my opponent didn't play in a sport, I'm going to play in anyway. So we get a laser, so that's really nice, and he gets put to sleep. And here I'm just going to junk hunt, and I'm gonna get a laser and Dark Patch. Hopefully he stays asleep. Alright, very nice. So now, once again, if he doesn't have the way to retreat, the Sigilyph will die, going back into his turn, and I can use another turn of junk hunting if I want to. So this is why junk hunt was kind of good. If you can find a way to kind of keep your opponent from attacking or from staying awake or staying asleep, you can junk hunt multiple times. And here we see a Ceylon or Cylon. Basically, you search your deck for 3 energies and put them in your hand. Alright, so into my turn, we're going to Dark Patch. We're going to load up this Yveltal EX. we're going to discard this Dark Energy in Spirit Tomb. And we're going to get... I think we want to get another Yveltal EX. Why not? Let's get another Yveltal EX. We're going to play Verse Seeker to get it in. Play the end. Hopefully draw into a supporter. Okay, that's not what I needed. But that's okay. We'll just Junk Hunt. And we'll grab a Dark Patch. And we'll grab a Laser. Yeah, we'll do those two. Alright. Let's see what my opponent does. Imagine he bring up the Toxicroak. Toxicroak, first attack, it does triple poison your opponent's active Pokemon is not poison, and put 3 damage counters instead of 1. So you take 3 from poison and then 20 from Vermink, so it'll be 50 total. Never see a Shadow Lure. Oh, Toxicroak has a single attack. For 2 psychic and a colors, it does 80, and this attack isn't affected by resistance. So I'm gonna attach a Muscle Band to this other Yveltal. He did put a head ring on my Darkrai, which makes it pay one more colors energy to attack. But let's see here. Right now we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're doing 140. So with this laser, it's going to do 170 total. So we're going to start powering up the other other Yveltal. Here is a chorus. And nice. So we can put a DC here, set up multiple Yveltals ready to go. And here we're just Evil Ball for 140, then plus the poison for 30, knock him out. Alright. So on to my opponent's turn. You can see this game is getting a little bit better. How you can power these Yveltals and basically do some big Evil Balls with a Muscle Band and Verbrink Laser. You do a lot of damage. So 170 is usually the magic number. That's a lot of EX's HP. This Chandelure does have 170, but it's weak to dark, so when he sends this up, I'm going to do a lot of damage. Well, he plays Zerosic, discarding my DC, but that doesn't really matter because I still have the free retreat from Darkrai. So here I see a pass from my opponent. Alright, we have... let's try to do as much damage as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we're already doing 200 to that. So we're going to Juniper here. Oh, I didn't even get a lot of stuff. But we'll just Dark Patch to this Yveltal, retreat, do maximum damage with the Evil Ball, 240 plus the laser, 270. So you see how good Yveltal is when it starts rolling and you get everything right. I know the first game I didn't get the Yveltals online, and it kind of had a bad start. But thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions or anything, leave them in the comments down below. I like all the criticisms. I could take all the criticism. I like it all. If you liked the video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up and everything. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. And alright, bye.